Good morning, everyone, from Larry Knight Field in Sumrall, Mississippi. It's time for Sumrall Bobcat Baseball. Game 3, the final game for the Bobcats in this year's Rex Adidas tournament. I'm Kelly Sander along with producer engineer Jeremy Thompson and the rest of the crew here this morning as the Bobcats get ready to take on the Bobcats of Presbyterian Christian High School, coached by former big leaguer Jarrett Hoffbauer. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. J.C. Stogner on the hill for Sumrall as he's continuing his warm-up tosses. PCS will present this way. Nicholas Vance leads off and plays shortstop. Batting second will be the left fielder Connor Martin. Brady Logan, the catcher, bats third for PCS. The cleanup man is J.R. Gunn playing third base. Batting fifth for PCS is Wes Walters, the DH. He'll be pitching or hitting for the pitcher, Harper Jordan. Sam Quinn, the second baseman, bats sixth. Blake Wilberding, the left-handed hitting first baseman, bats seventh for the Bobcats. Colin Nikase bats eighth and plays right field. And Leighton Pitts bats ninth and plays center. So for PCS, again, it's Vance, Martin, Logan, Gunn, Walters, Quinn, Wilberding, Nikase, and Pitts. Even starting, according to my watch, the game about 2 minutes early. But we are off and running here as Stogner will work out of the stretch to begin the ball game as he faces Nicholas Vance of PCS. A fastball on the outside corner for strike one. So I dare say, and you knew the joke was coming, that the Bobcats will win this game. This swung on, a little pop, shallow infield. Stogner calling for it in foul territory, makes the grab, and very quickly there's one away. One up and one down. Defensively for the good guys, Sully Clark is at third base today. And the rest of the infield across, Landon Holloman is at short, Ty Little at second, Seth Mitchell at first base. That pitch to Connor Martin is inside ball one. And then the outfield left to right is Hayden Barrett, Cross Sibley, and Jayven Williams. 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Here's a chopper toward the hole. To his left, it's Holloman. Throws to first. The throw is wide. He had to throw the ball with an open front shoulder, causing him to kind of sidearm it. And that is ruled an error. And because the ball went into the dugout, Connor Martin is awarded second base. So runner at second, one out for PCS. And here's Brady Logan, the all-everything catcher. Logan, of course, a terrific baseball pedigree. The son of Chris Logan, who played at Southern Miss, and his uncle Kyle Logan played in the Astros organization. His great uncle is Tim Floyd, former basketball coach at UTEP, Southern Cal, the Chicago Bulls. There's a strike, 1-1 now. Christy Martin has checked in already from Folsom. Where was Christy yesterday? She didn't check in to my knowledge, but glad to have her back watching this morning in Folsom, Louisiana on her smart TV. 1-1 pitch to Logan, swung on, and this is a sweeping foul ball, wide of first base. Final game, 3 days in a row, Bobcats have been on the field. They'll play in another tournament next weekend and then get ready for district play, which will be a very tough campaign this year, as we've talked about already on the webcasts. Some good teams in this division. 1-2 pitches outside, 2-2 now. J.R. Gunn, the third baseman for PCS, is on deck. Runner at second base, one out. PCS batting in the top of the first. Wind is blowing. What wind there is kind of blowing in a little bit today. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. So 2 outs. And here is J.R. Gunn, another lefty. So Jaron Gore, the star of last night, a star was born last night, I think, perhaps, here at Larry Knight Field. Remains to be seen. Hopefully he'll be able to followed last night's performance up with others. There's a check swing, went through for strike one. We'll go through the Sumrall batting order, and there are a few changes. Minor, but there are a few changes. We'll go through it in the bottom of the first inning. The 0-1 pitch by Stogner, that's outside. So John Cody has logged the most innings on the mound this year. Versatile player, obviously can play any position and can hit as well. Really didn't get much of an opportunity last year to hit, but they didn't need him to. That pitch is low, 2-1. Stogner thought he had it. Still battling allergies a little bit this morning, but not seemingly as bad. So, praise God. 2 balls and a strike. Runner at second will be going on contact. That pitch is a strike on the corner. 2-2 now. Stogner and Little, the battery for the Bobcats of Sumrall. The 2-2. Swung on. Here's a gapper to left center field. That ball is down. This will score a run. The runner was going on contact, so had no chance for a play from the outfield. So Gunn with a 2-out RBI single. And PCS has grabbed an early lead. So here's Wes Walters now. Walters, the DH. Again, hitting for the pitcher, Harper Jordan. Jaron Hoffpower, the head coach at PCS, his dad, Johnny Hoffpower, down in Vidalia, Louisiana, quite a coaching career he had. Here's a shot up the middle, and that ball is stung. Sibley comes up with it and retrieves it for Sumrall. The Bobcats of Sumrall are sporting their camouflage hats today. First time they've been broken out. So runners on first and second, 3 hits in the inning for PCS. And here is Sam Quinn now, the PCS second baseman. That pitch is beautiful, right on the corner for strike one. So Gunn and Walters hit the ball hard. 2 outs, runners on first and second, and again, runners will be on the move. Swung on, here's a high chopper to second base. Playable, Little flips over to first, and that retires the side. So 1 on 2 for PCS. Let's go over the Sumrall batting order now. Sumrall comes in with a record of 4-4, including a dramatic, almost Hollywood-type ending last night. If you missed it, Columbia had an 8-1 lead going into Sumrall's half of the 6th inning. And the Bobcats put up 7 in the 6th inning to tie it at 8. And in the 7th, it looked like the inning had ended with a strikeout with the bases loaded. Sumrall had the bases loaded. There were 2 outs, a strikeout at the plate, and the catcher for Columbia dropped the 3rd strike. All he had to do, accidentally or intentionally, would be step on home plate to complete the play and therefore complete the inning. But he didn't do that. And the Bobcats saw that he didn't do it, sent the runner from third, came home and touched the plate. Columbia, thinking that the inning was over and that they were going to extras, lost the ball game on that play. The attention to detail that we've talked about so many times, that Larry Knight and his staff are noted for, really came through again last night. Because a lot of the Columbia folks weren't even sure why Sumrall was declared the winner. All right, so let's go through the order here for Sumrall. Ty Little leads it off. Sully Clark batting second. Again, Little at second. Sully playing third today. Cross Sibley batting third. He's in center. Seth Mitchell in the cleanup spot. Then Weston Cooley jumps all the way up to the 5-hole. The way he's hitting, he's going to be tough to get out of the lineup. He's the DH, hitting 5th. And he is hitting for Landon Holloman. Hayden Barrett bats 6th. He's playing left. Then Jayven Williams in right in the 7-hole. J.C. Stogner batting 8th on the mound. And then Ryan Little, the catcher, batting 9th. So here's Ty Little to lead it off to face Harper Jordan. Tall, lanky right-hander. First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. Larry Knight donning the black pullover today with the long sleeves. Coach Steve Cooley had to be a proud dad last night with that home run. His son hit high and away again, 2-0. Wilberding was coming in from first, trying to take the bunt away. J.R. Gunn monitoring the situation over at third for PCS. The 2-0 is inside, nearly hit him. So now it's 3-0. You know he'll be on the take here. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Ty Little. And there's been a lot of walks this year issued by all the teams. So here's Sully now. I wouldn't expect this early on there to be bunting going on. I would expect teams to just kind of swing freely here. But we'll see how Larry Knight and company play it. Shows bunt, and there's a strike. Talking with Coach Knight after the game, I said, that's a tough way to win one or lose one. He said, look, the way this season has started, we'll take them any way we can get them. I said, no, I get it. And again, it was that attention to detail that enabled him to win that game. Throw over to first. Wilberding, the first baseman from PCS, originally a Forest County Aggie. His dad and grandfather been active in coaching. Tries to put the bunt down. This ball is foul. That's what you call trying to bunt for a hit. The sacrifice bunt, you square around early and kind of let the defense know what you're trying to do, hoping that they will concede the base and take the out. Beautiful day here in Lamar County. One person in the right field executive lounge. Nobody out in left field. 325 down the left field line. 305 to the porch in right. And finally a day where you don't have to worry at all about whether it's going to rain, when it's going to rain, how much it's going to rain. I dare say the outfield's still really trying to dry out. Swung on. Here's a slow roller to second base. This could be trouble. They'll flip to second for 1. Throw to first is not in time. It'll go as a fielder's choice. So 1 out. And here's Cross Sibley. Runner at first, 1 out. Sibley, a left-handed thrower, but a right-handed batter. We've talked about how that statistically goes against the grain. First pitch is ball low. The PCS Bobcats looking for some experience and leadership. You got a guy at the helm there who's not only experienced as a player at the collegiate level, but also at the pro level. There's a strike. And then, of course, has the pedigree of his dad, Johnny, being a longtime coach in the Louisiana sports program in Jarrett Hoffpower. And his brother, Josh Hoffpower, was a longtime coach at Pearl River Community College. So he fit the bill twice, what PCS was looking for. 1-0 PCS here as the Rollcats bat in the bottom of the first. Seth Mitchell is on deck on this sun-soaked Saturday morning. Swung on. Here's a line drive to third. The catch is made and a double play as Clark was on the move. Boy, that was close. And a tough break as Clark gets doubled up. So as it turns out, he faces the minimum. No runs on no hits. Want to thank some of our sponsors, including your communications specialist, the business communications specialist, ComSouth, and the longest tenured sponsor of Summerall Bobcat Baseball, Diversified Forestry. Been with us from day one. So we hope that any time that you have needs of goods and services of our sponsors, that you will patronize those sponsors. Well, we got turkey legs today, huh? Boy, going all out. I like that. Got the Eagles going on the PA system here now as we head to the top of the second inning. Blake Wilberding, Colin Nikase.
The second for PCS. First baseman, Blake Wilberding.
So here is Wilberding against Stogner. The lefty takes a strike at the knees. Nikase on deck. He was the quarterback of the PCS football team. And they had to implement him as a young starter. That one is shot foul right into the Summerall dugout. Right there's that one opening right there that isn't covered by netting, and it got right through there. Came very close to doing some damage. Wilberding in an 0-2 hole here. Swung on, there's a shot toward first. Backhanded by Mitchell. He'll make the play himself. And Summerall's 22 retires PCS's 22 unassisted. So one away, and here is the PCS quarterback, Colin Nikase. Nikase, the youngest of three Nikase boys, all really tall. And Colin, as is usually the case with families that have more than one sibling, the youngest one always tends to be the, with all due respect to the other ones, the best athletes because they've had to keep up with the older brothers. That's outside, 1-1 now as J.C. Stogner continues to work. Those discolored parts of the outfield now are only in right field. It looks like left and center have dried up pretty good. There's strike two. Now to Nikase. Jared Hoffpower in his second season at the helm at PCS. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Umpire called him out. Jared Hoffpower arguing that that is not a catch. It is a strikeout in the books. Hoffpower wants some help from the base umpire, and the home plate umpire said, I don't need it, I saw it. He made the catch. So here is Leighton Pitts now. Base is empty with 2 away here in the second. It's probably good protocol for catchers to go ahead and throw it to first just to make sure it pitches outside. Of course, the risk you take there is if you make a bad throw. But if the home plate umpire had already called him out. Here's a slow roller. It'll be fielded by the pitcher, underhanded to first base. And PCS goes quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Seth Mitchell, Weston Cooley, and Hayden Barrett are the scheduled hitters. PCS leading this ball game 1-0 early on. We want to thank Stacy Clark State Farm Insurance Agency for putting their money where their mouth is and helping our webcasts be possible. Call Stacy Clark to find out how you can save premium dollars by bundling your homeowners and automobile insurance. Stacy Clark, State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And also Garner Dental Clinics. Dr. Lake Garner and his staff literally now all over the state and always very supportive. And to show you how supportive, Dr. Garner's kids went to PCS. And he's helping sponsor Summerall's program. So that just shows you how the Garner Dental Clinics are a friend to all youth sports. Seth Mitchell.
Leading off the man in the second for Sumrall. First baseman, Seth Mitchell.
Jeremy's mom, Karen, is watching today. Our producer, engineer, Jeremy Thompson. And I don't know how Karen gets those blue and yellow stars, or hearts. People know how to work these phones. I barely know how to answer one. So here's Seth Mitchell. Righty versus righty. Here in the second. There's a pitch right down the tube for strike one. The cornermen started in for PCS here on Mitchell. He's certainly not a threat to bunt. You got the home run power that he's got. But Harper Jordan with that long pitching angle. Blew it past him there. Nothing in two. To Seth Mitchell playing first base today. Norred out of the lineup. There's Jeremy Thompson down there on the end. I didn't see him. Mike Peterson was in the way. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way, but 0-2 pitch just missed outside. Old Jeremy flashing some old Hollywood sunglasses down there, looking rather GQ down there on the end. A ball and 2 strikes to the Sumrall leadoff hitter, Seth Mitchell. Breaking ball high and away, 2-2. There will be 3 other games scheduled here today as part of the Rex Adidas tournament, but this will be it for Sumrall. 2-2 pitch here. Too high. 3-2, so he had Mitchell in an 0-2 hole, and Seth has worked it back full. First batter of the inning. It's inside. And just like last inning, Jordan walked the first man. And here's the hottest man in the batting order right now. Weston Cooley. Statistic abnormality here is every single hit that Cooley has this year is for extra bases. He doesn't have a single. He has doubles and home runs. That's it. Swing and a miss. So being elevated in the batting order today to 5th. And also adding a left-handed hitting element to the Summerall batting order. He is making himself tough to dislodge in the order. Swing and a miss there. He's getting healthy cuts here. Summerall batting in the bottom of the second. Trailing 2-0. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Like I say, he got 3 good looks.
Left fielder Hayden Barrett.
And here is Hayden Barrett now. Now Barrett is a guy that could bunt for a hit. Swung on there and fouled out a play to the right side. Some athletes working out on the football field should take heed over there. So 0-1. to Pug, as Uncle Ernie calls him. Throw to first and runner back in time. You can hear now the wind kind of blowing through our microphones here. It's unusual that the wind actually blows in here at Larry Knight Field, but it happens to be that way this morning. There's a called strike. 0-2 now to Barrett with Jayven Williams on deck. So the Bobcats will win a game, then they get beaten, then they win a game, but all of them have been wild finishes. 0-2 pitch. Here's a floater out to left field, being tracked there and handled easily in left field by Connor Martin. And there's 2 away. So here's Jayven. Jayven's grandparents here a good bit watching all the games, and saw his mom this morning down there. Jayven hitting 7th in the order today with John Cody Stogner on deck. First pitch to him is high and inside. So interesting that both leadoff hitters for Summerall today have reached base. The guys behind him just haven't been able to get him around. 1-0 pitch, that's high and outside. So 2-0 to Jayven. Oak Grove is undefeated in the tournament. Oak Forest is undefeated. Here's the 2-0 pitch, outside 3-0. So Oak Forest is playing Oak Grove later today. And the winner of that plays the Petal Panthers for the title right afterwards. 3-0 pitch is high and inside, so Jayven Williams gets a 4-pitch walk.
Pitcher, J.C. Scotland.
So here's John Cody Stogner. Runners will be going on contact now. Let's see if JC can find a hole somewhere here and get this game at least tied. We're all Cats batting in the bottom of the second. First pitch to him is a little low, ball 1. Man, on a day like today, just a beautiful day, is there any job better than to be sitting right where we are, high atop the press box at Larry Knight Field, looking down on this glorious day, watching the great sport of baseball. Inside, that's 2-0 now, so that's 6 straight, and that's going to send Phil Smith out to the mound. Phil Smith, long coaching veteran, was at one time the head baseball coach at PCS, then stepped away for a little while to deal with some health concerns. Everybody back at 100% glad to report, but now as an assistant for Jarrett Hoffpower. And I think Phil's maybe even a little older than I am, so that's at least qualifies to be old as dirt. So, but in a good way. That pitch is outside, 3-0. So 7 consecutive pitches out of the zone. And again, walks have been problematic for all the teams this year. There's a strike on the corner. That's the other thing players have been doing, is quickly getting out of the box, thinking that they've got a free pass. .30 pitch, swing and a miss. So now that'll fill it up and the runners will be going. Summerall's last state championship was in 2015. They won South State last year. Runners going. Strike three, a fastball on the corner. And Stogner is retired. So no runs on no hits. Both base runners were issued walks. So 1-0 as we go to the top of the third inning. Southern Miss playing Arkansas Little Rock today at 2 o'clock. So college baseball, you can watch the Bobcats play here and then head over to Pete Taylor Park if you want to. Take in that contest. And again, weather-wise, not supposed to be an issue. And then the Bobcats will get a little bit of rest before heading into another tournament next weekend. And then, as we mentioned, district play will begin after that. Follow the Bobcats on social media on the different platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest news and information surrounding the Sumrall Bobcat athletic program. Coach Larry Knight has his own Twitter feed at Coach L. Knight. And I will try every once in a while to get on there and let you know of our next webcast at Kelly Sanner. Shows you how old I am. I got my name at Twitter. So here we go. Back to the top of the order for PCS. Nicholas Vance, who popped out to Stogner in foul territory his first time up.
Lead off the top of the third for PCS, shortstop, Nicholson Vance.
First pitch is low, ball one. Coach Phil Smith in the first base coach's box for PCS. And the head coach Jarrett Hoffpower at third. Sully Clark at the elbow at third defensively. And there's a strike. Vance with that right pocket sticking out of his breeches. Righty versus righty, the matchup here. Low, 2-1. Stogner, when he misses, is missing low. That's, if you have to miss, that's the good place to miss. You get the ball up in the zone, those are the ones that wind up over the fence. That's the way outside, 3-1. Bobcats looking to go above 500. There's a strike, and we're full now at 3-2. Summerall came in with a 4-4 record. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So one away, and that is the third strikeout for Stogner. He's got one in each inning. He retired Logan in the first, Niecase in the second, and now Vance in the third, all via the K. So here's Connor Martin. He singled and scored the only run of the game. Swing and a miss. A little bit of wind today, but just a little fresh wind. It's not very fierce at all. 1-1 now the count. Christy Martin has checked in today. And you guys can join us too. We'd love to know where you're watching or listening from. This is popped to the right side of the shallow right field. Williams comes in to make the grab for 2 away. As he should, Little was retreating to be there if needed, but Jayven Williams called him off. 2 up and 2 down, and here's Brady Logan. But our text number and where you'll always be able to contact us is 601-310-7077. Save that number, 601-310-7077. First pitch to Logan is inside. PCS features a lot of left-handed sticks. PCS batting in the top of the third, leading this one 1-0. Breaking ball outside, 2-0. Sumrall fans thought it was a good-looking pitch, but again, from where we're sitting, and you guys have a pretty good view too, it was outside. 2-0 pitch, swung on and lifted foul out of play to the left side. That might get a car.
That foul ball brought to you by Prestige Insurance.
We're in Miss Shirley's yard back here behind us. No coffee needed today, Miss Shirley. 2-1 pitch, outside, 3-1. Bases empty, 2 outs for PCS here in the third. Swung on off the fist and put out of play, so the count now fills at 3-2. Both Brady Logan's dad and uncle were stars at Oak Grove High School. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Stogner has his 4th K. And they go in order. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll be Ryan Little, Ty Little, and Sully Clark. To face Harper Jordan. Good call on the tunes. They're always good to work in some Earth, Wind, and Fire or some disco music from back in the day. I never like to make social commentary, but you almost have to play music like that because you're not sure what the music of today, what the language is going to be or what it's going to be about. Can't ever go wrong with music from back in that day. Kelly Sander with you on a beautiful Saturday morning. First of 4 games today here at Larry Knight Field. Other teams scheduled to play today, you got Oak Forest and Oak Grove. The winner will play Petal in the championship game tonight. Pascagoula will be here a little bit later. So, I mean, it's a star-studded baseball lineup here today. Want to take in some great high school baseball, we invite you to come on out. Larry Knight having some words with the home plate umpire. And Ryan Little, the catcher for the Bobcats, coming up here to lead it off in the bottom of the 3rd. And I've been joking about allergies, but as I sit here and look at some of the equipment that we set up with to use our webcast, there's a film of pollen on it already. And we cleaned it about a half an hour ago. There's a strike to Ryan Little. So no wonder I'm about having cough fits about every hour on the hour. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's strike 2 on the inside corner. Harper Jordan walked Ty Little to start the 1st. He walked Seth Mitchell to start the 2nd. And though Sumrall had both leadoff men aboard, couldn't get either one of them home. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing is high, 1-2. At the elbow at 3rd is J.R. Gunn. It's a good pitcher's name, isn't it? Here's the 1-2 pitch from Jordan. Swung on and fouled out of play. That came right at you.
Ball brought to you by Prestige Insurance.
The defense for PCS from left to right. You've got Gunn at 3rd. Vance at shortstop. Quinn is at 2nd. Wilberding is at 1st. Here's the 1-2. That's high, 2-2. And then the outfield left to center. Martin in left. Pitts in center, Nikase in right. The 2-2 pitch. Low, 3-2. Larry Knight telling Ryan Little that Jordan's got to come to him. A leadoff walk has not hurt PCS so far, but little swinging and missing for out number 1. And that is the 3rd strikeout of the day for Harper Jordan. As we go back to the top of the order, and Ty Little is there. So we go from a Ryan Little to a Ty Little. Sully Clark on deck here. Base is empty, 1 away. First pitch from Jordan is a strike on the corner. Not sure, honestly, and I don't want to beat this dead horse, but I'm not sure you could have any nicer day for baseball than we have right now. Pollen excluded, of course. 0-1 pitch, swung on. Here's a tapper. The pitcher will field this, and underhand on the flip to first, and there's 2 away. So Ty Little out on the 1-3 put out. And here's Sully Clark. Sully reached on a fielder's choice and then wound up a base running victim as he was on the move, and Cross Sibley lined out to third. Neither pitcher has thrown a lot of pitches so far in the game, as the score would indicate. PCS has 2 hits on the day, and Summerall's Bobcats looking for their first one. The 1-0 pitch, inside 2-0. Should Clark reach, then Sibley would come back up to bat. From the full windup, Harper Jordan's 2-0 offering is low, 3-0. I mentioned the full windup because we've mentioned more and more pitchers working out of the stretch even with the bases empty. Kind of a new trend these days. The 3-0, strike 1. And that was a legitimate strike. It wasn't even a fringe strike that they gave to the pitcher. PCS defense straight up here for Clark. The 3-1, strike 2. Same pitch, same location. So now Clark versus Jordan. Sully's back foot on that back chalk line. The payoff. Swung on. Here's a tapper again. The pitcher will field this one, set his feet, throw to first, and that retires the side as Wilberding comes across the bag to make the catch. So the Bobcats of Summerall go in order. Earth, Wind, and Fire comes onto the PA system. And we go to the top of the 4th inning. Gunn, Walters, and Quinn to face John Cody Stogner. You're watching Summerall Bobcat Baseball on the Summerall Athletic YouTube channel. So here we go, J.R. Gunn, another left-handed hitter, the Pareto lefties that PCS sends up there, playing third base today, but he singled in his first at-bat today, wound up being stranded at second, but he notched the only RBI of the game when he plated Connor Martin with that hit. So here's Gunn. Home plate umpire and Larry Knight disagreeing as to whether Gunn committed at the bunt. Swung on. Here's a chopper to first. Easy play for Mitchell there. makes it on his own, and very quickly there's one away. And here's Wes Walters, the DH. He singled his first time up. Another lefty. And he hit a rope right up the middle in his first at bat. Check swing. Off the end of the bat over to the PCS dugout over here to our left. Stogner with that kind of sidewinder delivery. Lefties do get a much better look at that pitch. This one is lifted out of play. Another Miss Shirley yard ball. Interesting that a lot of the insurance companies sponsor the foul balls, especially when you have to pick half of them out of the windshield of your car. Here's the 0-2. Swung on. This one is a little pop to third base. Sully Clark there waiting on it and makes the play for 2 outs.
Second baseman, Sam Quinn.
2 up and 2 down. Quinn grounded to second his first time up. Bases empty, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. That one's fouled away. Quinn hitting 6th in the order for head coach Jared Hoffpower. For PCS, 1 run on 2 hits. For Sumrall, 0-0 and 1 error. Wind still continues to blow inward. Swing and a miss there. Maybe a foul tip. Looks like the Bobcat football players were doing a little bit of lifting this morning over in the Helt Fieldhouse. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball on the corner for strike 3. A beautiful pitch by Stogner. And again, he has notched a strikeout, at least 1, in every inning. And he has a total of 5 now through 4. So PCS, for the 3rd consecutive inning, goes in order. Summerall will send Sibley, Mitchell, and Cooley, the teeth of their order, up to face Harper Jordan. Logan Powell checks in on our Sumrall roll call text line. It is a beautiful baseball Saturday. Logan kind of sitting in as my webcast partner last night. Thought he did a good job. Has some studying to do as far as old music goes, but I'm sure he'll finish and complete on time his assignment. So let's see if the Sumrall Bobcats can get something going here in the 4th. Steve Cooley talking to the first base umpire, no doubt, about what he perceives as a bunt attempt and what the umpires perceive to be a bunt attempt. And I know the umpires take a lot of heat, but you really have to respect the job they do. It is so hard. And it's getting tougher and tougher, particularly at the youth levels, to get umpires because of the abuse they take. So here's Sibley. He hit a shot to third that Gunn was able to dive to his left and snag out of the air. And in the process, doubled up Sully Clark, who was on the move. Bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch from Harper Jordan is low and away, ball 1. Very few people will believe that I called a Summerall win last night, even when they were down 8-1. But the guys here in the booth can tell you. I said Summerall's going to come back and win this game, and they did. Here's a chopper again to third. Throw over to first, and quickly there's one away. Sibley out on the 5-3. And that brings up Seth Mitchell, who walked his first time up. They play Mitchell to pull slightly. Seth has pitched a little bit. He's played first. He's DH'd. He can play the outfield. Another one of Larry Knight's versatile guys. A lot of guys that can play first over there, swing and a miss, including Norrid, who is not in the lineup at this moment. Harper Jordan, the lanky right-hander for PCS, working. There's strike 2 at the knees. You get 2 private schools in Hattiesburg, PCS and Sacred Heart, and both of them have the exact same colors. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on. Here's a grounder to second. Backhanded. Throw to first. Said that Wilberding was off the bag. Throwing error. Hoffbauer has called timeout now, saying that Wilberding's foot never left the bag. And again, rarely, if ever, do coaches ever win these arguments. But Hoffbauer approached the umpire in a orderly fashion. I didn't necessarily think that Wilberding pulled his foot. I just thought the runner beat the throw. So either way, he's safe. It'll go as an E4. That is the ruling, E4. Larry Knight now back talking to the home plate umpire now, again about some moves that might be pending here. Weston Cooley coming to bat. And coming into the game, he's been the man with the hot hand, and Liam Munn is going to run for Mitchell. Cooley had 3 mighty lashes in the second inning, striking out, but he had 3 really good cuts at the ball. So the Sumrall Bobcats have a man aboard here. That pitch is low, ball 1. Let's see what the good guys can do here now with a man on base. And 1 away. It has not been a factor all year, nor is the wind a problem today. Fouled into the screen. 1-1. I told Weston after the game last night, I really didn't, I underestimated his hand speed. But man, he really got through that zone last night quickly on that shot over the right center field wall. It was a no-doubter and a real great moment for the Cooley family when the first hand he got to shake after the home run was his dad in the first base coaching box. Throw over to first. The problem lots of times on those pickoff moves to first base with these taller pitchers is they have to get their body turned around, and because they're longer legs and so on, it just takes them longer to get it done. 1-1 pitch. Chopper. Throw to second for the force out, and that'll be the only out. So Cooley is on the fielder's choice. And there's 2 outs with Cooley at first. And here's Hayden Barrett. Barrett flew to left field his first time up. Pitch is high and inside. I think the PCS fans thought that the music was playing a little too long and that it was distracting their pitcher. The 1-0 pitch. Swing, and it was actually a foul tip. We could hear the clink from up here, but right into the glove of Brady Logan. A ball and a strike to Hayden Barrett, hitting 6th in the order today. All sorts of room in right center field. Here's a sweeping ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time, and the Sumrall Bobcats are done in the 4th.
Summerall on the bottom of the 4th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. After 4 complete. PCS 1, Summerall.
So we go to the top. Ball and basketball. So here's Wilberding now, who hit a screamer to first base that Seth Mitchell handled his first time up. As Stogner goes back to work. Swing and a miss. Again, Stogner has at least 1 K in each inning and a total of 5. Swing and a miss, same pitch, same result. 0-2 to the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 5th inning. Swung on, here's a grounder towards short. They had him played perfectly, and that's off the glove of Holloman. That'll be an E6. And Wilberding is aboard. Here comes Colin Niecase now. Niecase struck out his first time up.
Right fielder Colin Niecase.
Stogner against Niecase, righty versus righty here. Sully Clark anticipating a potential bunt. Bunt is shown and attempted, missed, and it's strike 1. Throw over to first. Again, lots of times pitchers will do that, not necessarily to get the pick off, but to see if the runner will show his hand, and Niecase did there as he squared around to bunt. And does so again, but pulls back this time. The count is now 1-1. Checking in our Sumrall roll call is 83-year-old Ann Griffith, the grandmother of John Cody Stogner. Says she's been watching Sumrall baseball games for years. She's had some other grandsons come through the program. Here's the 1-1 inside, and that hit him. So runners on first and second now.
Center fielder Leighton Pitts.
And here is Leighton Pitts. Pitts is a veteran of this PCS team. 3rd-year starter. His father, Philip Pitts, the proprietor at Paris Jewelers. And another left-handed hitter. playing him straight up with really no wind to speak of. Little on the creep at second, and that hits him. Another hit batsman, and that'll bring Larry Knight out of the dugout. He has really had to manage this pitching staff. Probably more than the last 2 or 3 years combined. It's not now. Stogner's a veteran and just having a little bump in the road here, but and some of these other guys will emerge. But the bases are juiced here, and there's nobody out. Here in the top of the 5th, PCS leading it 1-0, and Bobcats trying to keep it close. The Summerall Bobcats trying to keep it close. PCS goes to the top of the order, and Nick Vance.
Shortstop, Nicholson Vance.
He has popped to the pitcher and struck out. First pitch to him, swung on, slow roller to third. They may have a play at the plate. Sully Clark's throw is on time and on the mark. Fielder's choice, but they got the out at home, which is exactly what they wanted to do. No run, no harm, no foul. There's one away. Bases are still loaded, though. And here's Connor Martin. Summerall bullpen getting busy. Swung on, same play. Sully Clark, slow roller, quick throw to home, force out again. Hoffpower's got to be beside himself, saying, somebody get me something out of the infield. So now the Summerall Bobcat defense can move back to regular depth. There's 2 outs. But the bases still loaded. And here's Brady Logan, who has struck out twice. Swing and a miss. Cohen Keller looks like beginning to loosen in the Summerall bullpen. And Kobe Blackwell, there's a golf shot over by the Helt Fieldhouse. Actually hit on the roof, and that'll get over into the far parking lot. So Logan stung it, and it was out of play. Boy, this would be terrific if the Summerall can get out of this with no runs across. That one's fouled to the left side. So 0-2 to Brady Logan. 1-0 PCS. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The 0-2. Swung on. Here's a pop-up. This should do it. An easy play to Little at second base. Makes the catch. PCS had the bases loaded with no outs and got nothing across. How about that? As the man in Washington would say, that was huge. No runs, no hits, 1 error. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. One to nothing PCS. Jayven Williams, J.C. Stogner, and Ryan Little will try to figure out Harper Jordan. Jordan has walked a couple guys, and his teammates have had 1 defensive miscue, but Summerall hasn't been able to get a hit against him yet. Hopefully that'll change here this inning. Cross Sibley now reporting for duty in the bullpen. So they might implement the left-hander who pitched last Tuesday to maybe come in and throw an inning or so. But again, Kobe Blackwell and Cohen Keller down there loosening now. Morales is throwing instead of Keller. So here we go.
Lead on the bottom of the fifth for Summerall. Right fielder, Jayven Williams.
So Jayven Williams, this is the 5th inning and only his 2nd at bat. He walked in his only appearance. 1-0 PCS. So let's see what Jayven can do here. First pitch to him is ball 1. Wind now shifting, blowing more in its traditional direction, which is out toward right field. Next pitch to him. Strike. So 0-2, I guess that first pitch was a foul. It was a foul ball. So it did, it went right off the end of the bat. So 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and they tag him out to make it official. So 1 away. This will bring up Hayden Norred. Norred hitting for Stogner here. 12 coming off the bench to grab a stick. This will make it a righty, well, it'll keep it a righty-righty matchup, but they're going to play Norred to pull more than Stogner. First pitch to Norred. It's high and inside, ball 1. Sumrall batting in the bottom of the 5th. Base is empty, 1 out. The 1-0 is down and inside, 2-0. PCS defenders being encouraged to know their wind. Here's the 2-0, high and inside, 3-0. That's something I even coached at Little League, is to outfielders. The wind is constantly changing, and when the wind changes, you too have to change your starting position, because that's the direction the ball is going to fly if it gets up in the air. Nor it'll be on the take here with a 3-0 count. That pitch is inside, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to 12. Hayden Norred, and here's Marshall Phillips is coming up to bat. Marshall Phillips cleared for participation here earlier in the week. And I think by the time his career is over at Summerall, you'll see how Marshall Phillips is a terrific athlete. There's very little he can't do. He runs with speed. He's smart. Physically very proportional. Just a good-looking athlete. I think Marshall Phillips is going to be a big contributor to a lot of sports here in Summerall before it's over. Cade Dito running over at first for Norred. So Phillips and of course the entire area mourned the loss of his uncle Forrest Phillips a couple of weeks ago. He was involved in that tragic car accident. For Forrest Phillips, who was a longtime friend to a lot of people around here. This kind of brings into check sometimes how fragile life can be. That pitch was called ball 1. And Forrest Phillips is Marshall's dad, Perry's brother. Time is called by Larry Knight. They've moved the infield in. So I think they probably anticipated that Marshall was going to try to bunt his way on. And immediately when PCS went into that shift, Larry Knight called for the time. Hayden Norrid's little brother, Big Truck, is listening to the ball game in D'Iberville today. The 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. And that would be Hayes Norrid. Holden, Hayden, and Hayes. A ball, a strike, and an out. We'll see if Marshall will try to put the bunt now in play, or if he swings away. The 1-1 swung on. There's a shot into left field. Base hit. And PCS paid the price by having the third baseman in, because had that ball been placed with the third baseman in regular position, they may have had a play there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first hit of the day for Sumrall. Let's hope the Bobcats can convert it. Runners on first and second now with 1 out. And here is Ty Little, who reached on a walk and grounded to the pitcher. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Summerall batting in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-0. That's right there for strike 1. Again, you got some other great teams coming in here today. Pascagoula, Petal, Oak Grove, Oak Forest, who has turned out to be the Cinderella of this tournament. There's a foul into this screen back here. One and 2 the count to the number 1 man in the Summerall batting order, Ty Little. Looking for his first hit of the day and looking to get some runs on the board for the home team, trailing 1-0 here in the 5th. Pickoff play, a throw into center field. There was nobody there. Alertly, Pitts in center field backed up that play. So back to the matter at hand. The 1-2 pitch. Ball 2 is the call. Two balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Left side of the infield is open here. If Ty Little can poke it through. PCS looking to roll 2 here. The 2-2 pitch. And that hit him. Bases are loaded. 1 out.
Third baseman, Sylvie Clark.
In the inning. Now you remember when PCS had the bases loaded in their half of the 5th with no outs and wound up getting nothing out of it. Hopefully that will not be the case here. As Sully Clark comes up to bat now. Larry Knight wanting to make sure his second baseman is at 100%. Kobe Blackwell looks like is throwing a little bit now in the pen. Morales had also been getting loose. Stockner's only surrendered 2 hits But PCS leads this one 1-0. Maybe not for long here. With Sully Clark up, he's reached on the fielder's choice and grounded to the pitcher. 1 out. First pitch to him. Swung on, fouled out of play to the right side.
Foul ball brought to you by Prestige Insurance.
PCS playing back, so they're willing to concede the run. They would rather get a potential double play ball, although Sully Clark's, with his speed, he would be very tough to double up. The 1-0, or check that, the 0-1 misses away. 1-1. PCS and Sumrall, they've played each other in football before. Of course, PCS plays in the MAIS, the Mississippi Association of Independent Schools. The 1-1. There's a strike on the bender. It used to be the Mississippi Private Schools Association, the MPSA, but I guess the word private scared a lot of people away, and so they want to go with independent schools. The 1-2 pitch to Clark struck him out. Steps on home, which was something the catcher last night did not do for Columbia, was step on home. I don't know if you saw that. You saw how Brady Logan stepped on home plate there to finish the play. So 2 outs. Runners will be going on any kind of contact here. Cross Sibley's going to find a gapper right here. He's lined to third and grounded to third. First pitch to him is a breaking ball strike on the corner. Harper, Jordan, and J.C. Stogner have both gone the distance for each team. The 0-1 popped right straight back behind us here.
Foul ball sponsored by Prestige Insurance.
So Jordan ahead in the count here, 0-2. Boy, you'd think when you get the bases loaded with a few number of outs that you'd be ready to feast. Well, PCS couldn't get it done. We're hoping the Sumrall Bobcats can here. 0-2 pitch to Sibley. That is a foul ball. It started fair, but it bounded foul before it got past third, therefore constituting a foul ball. Both times today, Sibley has hit it that direction. Gunn was playing him a little bit shallow, I thought, because he's got a force there at third with the bases loaded. And now Gunn has moved back about 3 steps. 0-2 the count to Sibley. The pitch from Jordan. High and inside, ball gets away from the catcher. We may have a play at the plate. The throw, and he is underneath the throw. We are tied at 1. Cade Dito, once he made the decision to go, he took off like a streak and got underneath the tag. We are tied. Little moves to, or Phillips rather, moves to third, and Little moves to second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Or the 2-2 now. Runners will still be going on contact here with 2 away. The 2-2 pitch. One shot to third, and underneath the glove of Gunn. 1 run scores. Here comes Little for another. Play at the plate, and he is safe. It's 3-1 Sumrall.
First baseman Seth Mitchell.
And again, I think if Gunn would have been back 2 more steps, he may have been able to make that play, but it was hit so sharply. It's a 3-1 game. The Sumrall Bobcats have converted this opportunity with the bases loaded. Sibley with 2 RBIs on that play is at first base with 2 outs. Swung on, here's a chopper to third. Gunn has this one. Throw to first scooped by Wilberding. But the damage was done.
3 runs, 2 hits.
3 runs on 2 hits for Sumrall.
5 complete. Summerall 3, PCS.
Well, the Bobcats, if nothing else, the Sumrall Bobcats are efficient. Because they didn't officially have a hit until the 5th inning. They only got 2, but they converted 3 runs. That's pretty good. We're in the top of the 6th inning. J.R. Gunn, Wes Walters, and Sam Quinn are the scheduled hitters. If Sumrall wins this game, PCS will look back on that inning with the bases loaded and nobody out, and the fact that they could not plate anybody as a big reason for their defeat. A lot of baseball. Well, 2 innings worth still to play. And John Cody with new life now and a lead can get to work here in the 6th, facing hitters 4, 5, and 6. So here is Gunn, who singled and grounded to first. He's 1 for 2.
Leading off the top of the 6th for PCS, third baseman Jayven Williams.
So righty versus lefty, and of course Stogner always goes from the stretch. Playing Gunn to pull here. There's PCS just a ton of left-handed pitch hitters. That off-speed pitch misses the mark outside. Madison Ridgeland Academy has arrived. They'll play next. Here's a sweeping slow roller to second. Little will have to flip quickly. He does, and they get him by a step at first base. Gunn, a nice job hustling down there, but once again, Little equal to the task. I would think of all the infielders this year, Ty Little by far has the most putouts over there from second to first. And here's Wes Walters, the slugging designated hitter. First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. He singled sharply in the first and popped to third in the 4th. As PCS bats here in the top of the 6th. 1-0 pitch. Low and away, 2-0. John Cody Stogner single-handedly trying to bring the mullet back with the sick flow out there. Outside, 3-0. Sumrall sporting their camouflage hats today. The 3-0, that's there. Just interesting how on 3-0 pitchers always seem to find the range. Strike 2. Same location, so now Walters has got to get serious. Payoff pitch. Swung on, there's a shot to second. Little again, has it, throws to first. 2 away. 2 up and 2 down, both plays by Little, and here's Sam Quinn.
Second baseman Sam Quinn.
Quinn is grounded to second. and struck out looking in the fourth. There's a strike. Stogner starts ahead in the count. PCS batting here in the top of the sixth. Led most of this game, but Sumrall came up with 3 runs in the bottom of the fifth. They were actually playing Quinn to go the opposite direction. The 2-1 pitch coming up. That's low, 3-1. Wind is kind of stagnant now, 3-1. Swing and a miss. So that fills it at 3-2. With that pull swing, Sully Clark should be on high alert at third base. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Now they move the outfield around to play him to pull. That's way outside, ball 4. So Quinn draws a 2-out walk. And that'll bring up Blake Wilberding. Wilberding, a left-handed hitter. Pitts is left-handed. Brady Logan is left-handed. Wes Walters is left-handed. And PCS really rolls them out there. First pitch is a breaking ball in there for strike 1. Both starters have gone the distance. The 0-1 outside. Wilberding has home run power. The 1-1. So a shot right back to Stogner on one hop. He'll underhand on the flip, and that is that. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Sumrall leads PCS 3-1. Yeah, you can't see it on your screen, but the executive lounge. I don't know if we don't have our first base camera working today, but oh yeah, we do. You can't see, but just beyond there, over to the left field, you know where that little deck is by the softball field, out by this press box. The entire Madison Ridgeland Academy baseball team up there. It looks like they're all sandwiched in to the executive lounge, getting the bird's eye view. And the Patriots will play in the next game. Sumrall's day will be over after this first game, and the rest of the day the Bobcats will play host to the other teams playing today. 3 games in 3 days for Sumrall. Weston Cooley, Hayden Barrett, and Jayven Williams scheduled to come to the plate here in the 6th. Both teams have only garnered 2 hits. This game started right at 11 o'clock, and it's only 12:25. So it has zipped right along.
Lead off the bottom of the 6th for Sumrall. Designated hitter, Weston Cooley.
So here's Weston Cooley. He has struck out and reached on a fielder's choice. He's due for either a double or a home run in this inning. First pitch to him here in the bottom of the 6th inning is low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, slow roller, right back to the mound. Another underhanded play at first base, and an out recorded. And that'll bring up Hayden Barrett.
Left fielder, Hayden Barrett.
He has flown to left and grounded to third. See if old Pug can get something started here in the bottom of the 6th. Base is empty, one away. Tries, or at least shows bunt, and pulls the bat back. And takes ball 1. Harper Jordan has pitched a pretty good game for PCS. There's strike 1. A ball, a strike, and an out. PCS upgrading its facilities, significantly over the past 2 or 3 years with their indoor hitting facility and other things they've got going on there. 2-1 the count to Hayden Barrett, hitting 6th in the order. He, of course, a Summerall legacy. His brother Hunter Barrett so ably played third base last year and years previous. 2-1 pitch. Puts the bunt down. It's a beauty. Tough play because he can run, throw to first. They got him.
Right fielder, Jayven Williams.
That's always a tough play because the third baseman's coming in, and that is Gunn. And Jordan hustling in off the mound. There has to be really good communication there as to who's going to field the ball, who's going to make the play. Knight wanting to talk to Jayven here. Jayven has walked and struck out. Bottom of the 6th inning, 2 outs, base is empty. Wind blowing now more out to right field again. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Should Williams reach, then Stogner being reinserted into his spot where Norad batted last time will come back in. The 1-0. That's right there. 4 strike 1. In the PCS 7th, they will send hitters 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. The 1-1 pitch. That hit him right square in the middle of the back. That is the second hit batsman of the day for Sumrall. And they've been issued 3 walks. So 3 walks and 2 hit batsmen. So Williams is at first with 2 outs. And the first pitch to Stogner is in position A for strike 1. The PCS Bobcats against the Summerall Bobcats. MRA, Madison Regional Academy there. Video crew getting ready to unpack and get set up for the next game here. MRA really moving up in the power rankings in football this past year. Man, what a team they had this past year. I think they beat Jackson Prep, didn't they? And anytime the mighty Jackson Prep goes down, it's news. 2-1 the count here to Stogner. Swung on. Here's a little floater out towards center. Diving attempt made, but not made. The play not made. And that will go as a straight double, I think, for Stogner. That's got to be ruled a straight double. With 2 outs, Williams did not have to worry about whether the ball was going to be caught or not. Larry Knight giving him words of instruction along that line. I think that that's what he was telling him, is you should have been able to score from first base with 2 outs. Bob, and he might have hesitated not knowing how many outs there were. And of course, one of your mainstay rules as a base runner is always know how many outs there are. So Stogner being the pitcher, he comes off, and K. Dito will run for him here. Dito actually, underneath a sliding play at the plate, gave Summerall its first run. First pitch, there's a shot into the corner. That's down. That'll score 2. As Ryan Little comes through with a 2-out double, it is 5-1 Summerall.
Second baseman Tom Little.
And that might be the end of the day for Harper Jordan. And it is, but that was a good effort. And he is applauded for such. But Ryan Little coming through with a 2-out double. Nick Vance will come on now for PCS, with Summerall leading this one 5-1. Vance, a right-hander who started the game for PCS at shortstop, now goes to the hill. Madison Ridgeland Academy will play Pascagoula next. Then later on today, it's Oak Grove against upstart Oak Forest. The Yellow Jackets of Oak Forest are 2-0 in this tournament. Then the winner of that game will play Petal in the championship game at a scheduled 7 o'clock first pitch tonight. So that's the way the rest of the Adidas tournament looks for the weekend. As we go back to the top of the order, and here's Ty Little. 3 runs in the 5th for Summerall, 2 more here in the 6th. PCS got its lone score back in the 1st. Summerall leading this one 5-1. Vance's first pitch is low, ball 1. Logan thought it was there. You could tell by the way he kept that glove right in the landing position. Pulls the bat back on a show of a bunt. 2-0 now. Should Ty Little reach, then Sully Clark would come to bat. The 2-0 pitch is strike 1. And Little may have very well been on the take there, which is a good term if you're a baseball player, not such a good term if you're a politician, being on the take. Here's the 2-1. Attempted bunt there, and he missed it. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at second base is no matter now because Pitts is tracking the ball in center. He makes the catch, and that's it. So Ty Little flies to center. Bobcats come up with 2 more. 2 runs on 2 hits. And Cross Sibley comes in for an inning work here. The lefty who was the winning pitcher against Northwest Rankin last Tuesday will just come in to get a refresh inning in because Sumrall will not play again until next Thursday. So they want to make sure that he's sharp and make sure that nothing would happen where this game would get out of hand. So Stogner would get the win. And Sibley will face righty, lefty, righty for PCS in the likes of Niecase, Pitts, and Vance. Again, thank our sponsors again. ComSouth, your business communications leader now and for many years in the past. Business communication solutions for your business here in Mississippi or wherever. ComSouth. Stacy Clark, State Farm Insurance. Garner Dental Clinics, now located across the state. Diversified Forestry.
Leading off the top of the 7th, PCS right fielder, Colin Niecase.
Longtime sponsor of Summerall games here on our webcast. And the Alpha Insurance Agency of Lee Granberry. Thank you, Lee, and Alpha Insurance. First pitch is outside to Colin Niecase. Niecase's foot on the back edge of the paint, swing and a miss. Both of these guys, Sibley and Niecase, started their travel careers with Oak Grove Mojo. There's a strike. Sibley ahead in the count now, 1-2. Sibley so comfortable on the mound. Great future ahead of him. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, gets away from him. Niecase streaking down to first base, but will not beat the throw. There's one away. So 1 out, and here's Leighton Pitts.
Center fielder, Leighton Pitts.
Pitts showing bunt, squares around, now pulls back and takes ball 1. Pitts started his youth career over in the Petal Youth Organization. Here's the 1-0. Shows bunt again and then backs out of the box before the ball even got there. Coaches are saying stay in the box. Here's the 2-0. 3-0, high and inside. Nick Vance on deck. Base is empty, 1 out here in the last chance 7th for PCS. The 3-0. 4-pitch walk for Pitts. And here comes Nick Vance now. So if you like red, white, and blue, you want to stick around for the next game because you got Pascagoula and MRA, both draped in the country's colors. Here's Nick Vance. Boy, the Summerall Bobcats would love a sharply hit ground ball right at somebody. First pitch is a strike on the corner. Connor Martin, the left fielder for PCS, the next scheduled hitter as Cross Sibley gets his inning of work in here today. Throw over to first. They thought that they got Peach tagged on the back. Well, I called him Peach. That's his nickname, Pitts. Leighton Pitts. So here's Nick Vance. Swung on. This is lifted to right field, but twisting foul. It got into the crushed brick out there in right field. Summerall got all of its runs in the 5th and 6th. PCS, its lone run back in the 1st inning. PCS has only been able to put up 2 hits today. Connor Martin and J.R. Gunn. I've got that Wes Walters also had a hit. Breaking ball. Here's a shot to second base. Throw to second to 1. On to first. Double play. And that's the ball game. 5-4-3. That's exactly what PCS was looking for. I mean, Sumrall was looking for, and that's what the Bobcats got. Sumrall a winner today, 5-1. The final game, their final game of the Adidas tournament. We'd normally not be so quick to get out of here, but MRA and some of the other crews have got to get in here. So thanks for joining us. Thanks to all of our sponsors. We'll see you next week. Keep track of the Bobcats on their social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm Kelly Sander. You've been watching Sumrall Bobcat Baseball on the Sumrall Athletic YouTube channel.